Greetings, this is Chris Ruby, the Nostalgic Catholic, with yet another Isaac Asimov short story. And once again, this is another youthful series known as the Larry the Detective series. Now, the cover of Boy's Life, this is the June 1978 issue, does not mention Isaac Asimov's name, does it? Yeah, well, it mentions the title, Fiction. The Disappearing Man. It's a little hard to read. There's fiction, and then there's The Disappearing Man. And that is, in fact, the story we were talking about, which puts the whole thing together here in the table of contents. There we go. Page 30, fiction, The Disappearing Man. The jewels vanished into thin air, and so did the burglar, by Isaac Asimov. So, since we know this is on page 30, let's take a look at its appearance in Boy's Life. It comes in, it's all single page, short and sweet. So here's a wonderful piece of artwork. This is our one little glimpse of Larry the Detective. Ah, interesting. And the thief happens to run past him and suddenly duck down an alleyway between a couple of buildings. It's one of those alleyways where it doesn't go all the way through. It's just like a short little street. In fact, if you put a car down it, you probably couldn't turn it around. If you drive in, you have to back out. Kind of a street. I've seen streets like that. And there's no door anywhere there except one door into one building. And it's a 4-story building. So they're going around through this building, and it's got different things on the different floors. And Larry, the detective, he's kind of sitting, and he's kind of gone to sit in the police car. It's kind of a safe place in case, it's a shootout or something. You never know. But he's looking at the building. It's an old one, 4 stories high, and it has some small businesses. Okay, the second floor window, it said Klein and Levy Tailors. Above that was a theatrical costumer, and on the top floor was a jeweler's. Now, the jeweler's made sense of it. Maybe that's what his fence was. That is to say, when he steals the jewels, that's who he sells them to. I thought. But even if we could account that as his fence, and that could, or not, we don't really know that, but it'd certainly be a good place to look. What did he do? Where did he disappear? He obviously wasn't still in the alleyway. He couldn't have climbed up the outside of the building, or certainly not fast enough to get to the roof or anything. He ducked around the corner, down the alleyway. Larry's right there, almost right away. He looks down there. He's nowhere, but there is a door that's open. So either he found that door, or maybe he had a key. It's a thought. But even if he did, he'd have to be in that building. And the police were there right away, surrounded that building. There was no way out. And they looked all around, and they couldn't find him. What happened to him? And how did Larry the detective figure out what happened to him? Remember, the police are trying to surround the building, and they're looking for the guy, and they're very concerned about the possibility of a shootout and things of that nature. Larry is sitting relatively safe in his father's police car, kind of looking around, looking at what's in the building. And you might want to think about those things. The jeweler was on the top floor, but there was also a costumer and a tailor in there. I leave those as hints. You can read the story, which, by the way, has been collected into this second collection of Larry the Detective stories. This one is known as The Disappearing Man and Other Mysteries by Isaac Asimov. So it'll have some illustrations, and in this case, this lead story for which the book gets its title did, in fact, appear in Boy's Life. So, let's see if we got any artwork in here. There he is. Oh, see, He's looking up. I like that. Figuring out what's going on. Oh, look at that. Tailor, theatrical costumer, jeweler. Look at that. See, you can see what's in the windows. And of course, at the bottom is simply the ground floor. There we go, right there. Okay. So we grab the jewels. And this portrays another confrontation in the story. But you have to read the story if you want to know what that picture is all about. By the way, it occurs to me that this book also had a couple of drawings worth bringing up. That's one nice thing about these books is they do illustrate. I'm not sure what to make of that. I guess that's oh, that's like a guy, a person wearing a Russian hat. You know, Russian Orthodox maybe. So that was one thing to think about. Yeah, this is kind of a picture that represents it all. Look at the buildings here, kind of like the Russian Orthodox minaret style buildings. And the police there in the foreground, and there's his father trying to figure it out, and some very grateful police officer there. And then the keyword. Oh well, his father did get a little angry, didn't he? What are you doing with that paper? I'm doing the crosswords, Dad. And I guess I had one of those all of a sudden talks. It's a little more civilized here. That's all we have. Should have covered those before. Anyway, it's kind of neat in the books. You get the illustrations, but you also get that nice illustration back in the boy's life as well, which I thought was kind of neat. As you can see the man ducking down between the building and Larry seeing it the way it first appears. And he has a nice little squib. I'll just read that to you. The thief vanished in broad daylight. It was a baffling puzzle, but 14-year-old Larry solved the mystery by keeping his eye peeled. Okay. Well, thank you for listening.